And that's how I ended up with the Gonosyphal herpulades. Anyway,
Gotcha. So
how you doing, man?
yeah, not too bad. Give me I'm just gonna walk out to the garage and have a cigarette real fast, and then I'll.
Hey, that's fine. I'll show off some of my new toys while you're doing that.
That's what I figured. I seen your first live, so I figured you were showing some stuff off. So I figured I'd just kind of hang in the background and
Yeah, man.
for a minute while you do you.
We'll let people join. Gavin, what is up?
Gavin, what's up, brother? Hey, man, I still owe you a big. I've told you thank you a million times, but I'll never say it enough times.
Thank you to Gavin or me? Gavin, I'm sure.
To Gavin for the he passed that win on to me. Remember?
Oh, right. Okay.
So, and I think what I'm gonna do is, since I shoot 85s most of the time, that Beagle is a 90, and Leon wanted it so bad. I think I'm gonna gift it to Mr. Leon.
Ooh, going down.
Gotta make a quick cup of coffee real fast.
Right on.
Yeah.
Ethan, Hillbilly, Al, Robert, Chad. Thanks, guys.
Oh, holy crap! Here they come. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys. Hit the like button for coin.
They're coming in.
How did I forget to get coffee? I was out today I had that damn interview and I didn't grab coffee creamer.
This isn't close enough. Is it?
Not close enough.
There we go. That'll work.
We can't see all your stuff.
All my new toys. Yeah, so I decided to be a cheater, and I was searching Amazon around the other day, and I found a $25 laser rangefinder. This thing is awesome.
Oh, dude, I have one of those. I think I did pay like $60 for mine.
Right. Well, I remember them being quite expensive. Years ago, I was into golf, and I was looking at them, and there was shitty cheap ones that would like measure the height of the flag or whatever. And then at that point, I was still really into target shooting too with guns. And I was like, oh, I need to get a good digital, like an awesome. They were so damn expensive. So expensive. But yeah, anyway, I decided to take another look at them, and I was like, oh, wow, $25, man. I'll buy the cheapest thing out. See how bad it is. So far, it's been pretty darn near accurate. I think it told me I was at 11 meters when I was checking my 10-meter mark in my yard.
I need to figure out how to switch mine over to meters since I use it mostly for my slingshot stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
this does yards and meters.
That's what I did in the basement. That's how I measured distances. I used one of those laser rangefinders, and it tells me that I'm at 10.2 yards or something like that.
Oh, that's nice. Mine only does like 9 meters, 10 meters. Yeah, I mean, but it was $25, right? So
but you can't beat that. Not for 25. Not for a generalization. Especially that's what you want it for. You want the general idea. It don't have to be dead perfect.
Right. Well, what I was amazed is, so there's trains that run through my backyard, and I'm out quite a ways. Trying to remember, I think it said 145 yards when I hit the train with it. But then it also gives me a speed reading of the train, which is kind of cool. They were running 20 knots, or 20 knots. That's nautical. Sorry, it was 20 kilometers. I hadn't set it over to miles an hour yet. So.
Oh, shit.
But anyway, so it does speed too, which is kind of cool. But I figured there's got to be a way to like set this up as a laser and a sight on my sling, with a wrist strap, and like tie it to the side, and then I'll have a real slingshot, right? Get a laser dot on it. Little shoulder brace. Turn it into a rifle.
Since I'm out in the garage, I've got a couple of my natties that I'm working on out here.
Oh, please do show.
So I think I'm gonna finish this one up since Mr. Ethan's been shooting those PFSs so much. I think we're gonna give this one to Ethan.
Oh, nice.
This is a piece of silver maple. It's got it. I want to do some sanding on it and whatnot. And what's up, Smo? Smo in the
Dudes.
house.
The dudeness is in the house. So, Smo, I'm going to tell on you, man, because I saw you told on yourself in another live, so I'm not too worried about it. But Smo almost burned his house down last night.
Oh, shit.
Cutting micarta. The embers were going into his vacuum. His, shop
Oh,
vac.
no. That has
Burnt out the
sawdust in it, I'm
motor.
sure.
Yeah, he said his he's got to get some odor eaters for smoke eaters in his home now or in his shop because it smells like smoke. Sorry to tell on you, Smo.
So Ethan, you'll shoot that. If I make that little PFS type little gapper for you, you'll use this. You'll shoot this. This was the first slingshot I ever made. This is the one that I shot that very first video. This is the first Y that I ever cut.
That's nice. That is nice.
This
I
is
need
this
to
is the one that
learn PFS. He's already
this is
back to work, by the way. Oh, that's a nice fork.
yeah. This is a live oak. I think is what it is. I know it's a type of oak. I don't know if it's it looks like live oak to me.
That's nice.
But it's got this one's gonna be Leon's. See how look at the
I
way it
like that
bows.
curve. I like that curve. Hang on,
Just
check this out.
boom.
So I don't know if I ever showed you the James Gonzalez mic he sent me in my sling mail one time. This thing, I love the curve on this. It fits in the
Oh
hand
yeah.
so nicely. This is a great natty, but yeah, this was one of James. So, holds a near and dear place, man. That's pretty cool.
And then this one's got to be shortened down, but this is a piece of ash. It's got that natural chalice shape.
I think that fork width is good, man.
This is huge, dude. That's ridiculous. But it gives you something to hold on while you're working it,
Right.
Unlike this little thing.
Nice.
But this one, if you turn this one side, see, look, it's got its own little swell right here.
That's good. That's good.
It's nice.
That'll be comfy.
So, and in the sunlight, obviously, the grain work looks much better.
Yeah.
But
one thing I wanted to say, Tim, what is up, man? One thing I did want to say, and I wanted to reach out. Like this is what I was going to say on my last live, but a big thank you, man. Recently, I posted that my cat passed away, and that sucked. It hit me a lot harder than I thought it would, too, which is crazy. But
dude,
19 years, man. So
I remember that cat, dude. The second that you posted that, I was like, dude, that's the cat that was yelling at him in his live.
yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I think was like just chilling, yelling at him.
Yeah. She was 19 years old, and my wife and I are child free, so our pets are pretty close to us, right? So
yeah,
it hit me pretty hard. But I just was amazed once I posted that on Facebook. Just my personal account, like out of the woodwork.
right.
The community came out, all these slingshotters are, commenting and saying things and sending me personal messages. And I appreciate it. Bottom of my heart, guys, this is an awesome community. And honestly, you guys kept me out of the real depths of depression. And
yeah, likewise. I've been on teeter-totter and on that edge too, with not working and stuff. So
sure.
That shit'll get you down real fast.
Well, I think I'm pretty sure a lot of us hyper focus on the slings thing, and the hyper focus is a sign of ADHD. And inside of ADHD, there's this thing, I can't remember the actual term for it, but it's like long lasting, low grade depression. And I used to call it seasonal, but I was like, I never knew what season it was. But
well, yeah, like my mom always called it. My mother actually she used to say some people get we always just called them the winter blues because most people get it usually in the fall and winter because you can't go outside, you don't get as much vitamin D. So
But Squatch, dog meat, man. I've been playing Fallout 4. You guys got a dog called Dog Meat, or is this actual dog meat?
Dude, Fallout 4 is a good game. I like that game a lot.
Yeah. I recently got a decent desktop computer, and I started. That was one of those games I just downloaded because I knew I always wanted to play it, and I've been hooked since. I know it's old, but I love it, man.
I'm gonna show one more thing here, just real fast. I just want to, and this one's mostly just for Ethan. I just want to see if Ethan will remember this when I bring it on camera, and we'll just wait for a second and see what he says. See if Ethan thinks this looks familiar.
You're working on that one still, I see. Yeah.
All right, he worked on most of it. I'm trying to. He had it flattened out. I'm trying to round it off, but this is hard wood, man. Rob said he was gonna give something.
Jose, I'm a PS5 guy and retro. I play old games, so no Fortnite really. I know I
No
started playing.
Fortnite for me. I couldn't get into it. It just
Yeah.
do it in
You're
the
a youngster, man. Us old 40 and plus can't do that stuff, man.
Hey, don't put me in that category just yet, Cohen.
Sorry.
I got 4 years until I'm 40.
Okay. Oh, so you're still a youngster too. You sure you don't want to play some Fortnite?
Yeah,
No.
I'm sure. I tried. I couldn't do it. I couldn't get on with that. It was just and the childish trash talk, dude. I can't.
Oh yeah. Well,
I
that's
can't.
the Fortnite. I played it a few times, but I'm not a builder. I'm okay at first person shooters. And again, I'm an old school platformer type guy. One button, blah blah blah. So Fortnite was a little crazy. I remember when the Xbox, even when the Nintendo 64 came out, we'd play
I love the
GoldenEye,
64.
and my
Yes,
dudes would just thrash me. I'd respawn and boom, dead again. And I'm like, come on.
Oh yeah.
And they did that to me in Halo, and I never owned an Xbox. So I was like, nope, never playing new games again. So I'm just now getting back into it. So maybe one of these days I'll give Fortnite another run after I get a little better.
Okay, we're gonna be dark for a second till I get downstairs.
Anyway, I want to show off JB's thing too here, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
JB inspired me to do the organizer. This thing is working out pretty nice. I like it. It was like $8 on Amazon. Cool. And this is my band making, latex cutting organizer. So I got pouches in here, bunch of different styles of pouches, a whole bunch of the same style pouch. I'm getting low on the 9.5 purple. I gotta order more of those, Mikey. He's not even in here anymore, is he? But yeah, I think I like this thing. It's gonna come out real handy. It'll keep me from being sloppy. I used to have my just a box I threw everything in. It's an old cash box that I repainted and stuck a bunch of Slingshot stickers on. And I think that was just getting unorganized. Other toys. I got some sling mail from Smo the other day. And this was from his fire sale. So I got myself the gasser here, black and red. Banded it up with some black latex because I thought it would look good. So went with that. When I started shooting this thing, though, I couldn't figure out. I was missing. I'm like, why am I shooting so high on this? Like I am missing. Then I realized it's an 85 and not a 90. So I had to drop down and boom, I was on target. I was like, oh, right, duh.
Small like this?
Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah, these are both 85s.
Yeah, man, I'm a big fiber sight guy, so I love being right on the tip. And if you're at 85, that's a gap for me that I have to aim above.
So
that's pretty. That is pretty.
Dude, when so me and Tim talked about this, and we talked about the purple pin and the burgundy burlap micarta, right?
Right.
So we talked about that, but I didn't know he was adding the brass pins with the brass core.
Oh, that is sharp. That's classy looking, man.
It is. Dude, it's so sleek and it's so pretty. You can't say anything bad about this.
Sure.
It's not even possible.
Yeah, that looks good, Tim. That's some good artwork, man.
It really is. Tim does amazing work.
I'm getting super excited though. The other day, Smo and I were talking on a live, and I talked him into building me a hot rod gasser, 90 mil, and he's going to be throwing carbon fiber on it, some aluminum, and he offered the purple burlap, but I went with or the burgundy burlap. Sorry, but I went with the purple G10, I think. So I'm pretty stoked to see what he comes up with. It sounded what he was talking about
Oh yeah.
sounded awesome. I'm getting
I, I
excited about it.
I don't know what it is about Tim's build. Something about the way Tim builds, like I just I get really comfortable with his frames.
And apparently Smo's already working on it and saying it's coming along, man. The other day I was seriously this afternoon I was scrolling Facebook and I ran into some of Smo's shorts with some of the gassers he's been making recently. And I looked at it and I got butterflies in my stomach. I was like, "Oh, mine's gonna be so sweet."
I got
first time I've been
Smo,
giddy
since
about a
you're still
sling in
in
a
here,
while. What was that?
when I get back to work, since Smo's in here, I'm just telling him when I get my ass back to work, now that I got all these interviews and stuff, I got to get me a Smo custom. That's one I don't have. I don't have one of Smo's.
Right.
I've got to get one.
Well, he built me a polycarbonate gasser the in 90, and that thing he tried to hook me up with it, and I was like, no, this is too beautiful.
I'm ready.
So I bought
Look at
two
him. He
other
said,
frames
"I'm ready."
from him and just overpaid. But dude, that thing, I love that polycarbonate too. And when he first handed it to me and I banded it up, took me a while because I hate wrap and tuck, but.
Oh, see,
once I banded it up,
but that's what I have to get with Smo is I got to talk to him because I got to figure out because if you notice, like this, I have a style that I'm.
Yeah.
It's that chalice with the straight handle.
Yeah, I'm an offset guy for some reason. I find the slings with offsets I like more, but straight handle.
And I don't dislike them. I don't. These are just, I don't know. My hands just the way that they wrap with my long piano fingers.
Absolutely. No, I did find I'm dead on with this guy too. This was another Smo.
See, that's a nice one.
Yeah, this was it's based on the Saga or is a Saga clone. But yeah, Smo built this thing too. This was during his fire sale. I picked this up, and man, dude, I am on point with this. I love it. It's a good little piece for a wrap and tuck. No, I'm kidding.
So this is my I have a Moanwaller. I have the LPPS, I have a Rabbit Stomper, and I have an S1. When you get natties with all of those, this is my Fracto Natty with the S1.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, apparently I'm giving Smo some credit where it's not due. He said that was
that's made by Andre.
Andre, yeah.
I see it. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm liking this. It is a little, from my hand, it is a little, the handle's just not where I like it. Maybe it's that straight handle thing and not offset. I don't know. But I'm on point with it, so I'm liking it.
Like, these are set up, I have these set up for a long draw, and it's me with long draw now, I can't hit.
You can't hit with long draw anymore.
Well, I mean, I still shoot technically long draw because I'm back here, but I don't. This is set up for fuller, and it's just when I pull back that far, what I'm noticing is instead of when I'm pulling back that far because it's launching the 8 mil so fast, it's going like instead of aiming right here, it would be like all the way over here.
Yeah, no, when I go full butterfly, my accuracy drops quite a bit. But I've found I rarely change my anchor and aim. When I'm shooting distance, I'm finding myself I just pull back further on the bands, and that gives me the distance I need.
That's kind of what I have with these shorter setups. Is I can with a further distance, I just draw back a little further on the bands. I did not make that one.
I did not make that one. Yeah, sorry for giving you a little credit there, bro. No, all right, I'm also shooting in brand new glasses, which are like these progressive things because I'm old and going blind and needed
Oh yeah,
bifocals. So
I don't wear my glasses when I shoot because I shot the lens out of mine.
oh crap.
Yeah, and thankfully my insurance pays for one mistake a year, you know. So I didn't have to pay to get them fixed, and they were like, "How did you do this?" And I was like, "I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't shoot it out of the
No, no,
glasses
not
with
at
a
all.
slingshot."
It was funny. I was at the eye doctor, and she was talking about the progressives and where I'll see differences on the lens. And I was like,
Yep.
"Hang on, give me a second." And I went like this and just barely lifted my arms up out of habit, just looking far through a set that she'd given me. And she was like, "Are you an archer?" I wanted to lie and be like,
So,
"Yes." I don't want to tell you all about my
hey, this is
slingshot
a
habit.
form of archery.
Right, right.
You know, it counts. And you know, I'll be honest, it's with glasses, it's one of those things that I'm afraid to release when I have my glasses on. It's a psychological thing now. You'll have to remind me, Coin. I mean, you can remind me tomorrow if you want, because I know it'll probably be late when we get off here. But send me a send me a message on Facebook, and I'll send you a video. I have a video. You know, Tim's Saker Falcon.
The Tim's
The
Falcon? Yeah.
the Saker Falcon, the one that has the pinky hole at the bottom.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, I was shooting an HDPE 85 Saker Falcon long draw at my job, and I was shooting a sign, and I got a fork hit, and it went sideways, and you can't see it, but you can hear the window of my car shatter.
Oh man. That's I get nervous shooting in here. I've had one fork hit and I stopped shooting for a good month or two because yeah, I got some equipment laying around here. You know, my arcades and stuff, and there. You guys know I have the TV right there. You know,
Yeah,
that shit kind of scares me.
Tim, that's what I kind of figured out. If I shorten out and still elongate, but I can still get a decent enough amount of power out of this with this amount of draw length, as long as I max out my bands a little more, and usually better with the 0.5. Agreed.
Yeah, man, I got to go much longer on my cuts. 9 inch seems really small. I'm a tall guy. I'm 6'3". How tall are you, Tim? I'm
Oh,
curious
Tim's
what your
tall too.
height
Yeah,
is. I thought you were a tall guy.
Tim is tall. I'm not.
How are you pulling your
Well, it depends.
bands?
If it has 700% elongation,
Well, I'm
that's
shooting .4 sniper sling. It's got some of the best elongation next to the Omega. You know,
yeah.
6 foot. All right, but
Oh,
still 3 inches longer for me. So 9, 10, 11. Okay, that makes a little more sense that I'm cutting around 11 inches.
man, I am off today. I did not shoot today at all. Except I managed to nail two what do they call those? Starlings?
Uh huh.
I nailed two of those today. My neighbor actually really don't even care because they tore down a piece of siding on his house and created a nest up there. So he wants them gone.
Right.
He's like, well, I don't want to put it back up yet because if I put it back up and their nest is still up there, they're just gonna tear it down again.
I think most of the time I cut my bands around 280, 290, so about 11, just over 11 inches, Tim. Like 11 and a quarter or so at max length. And I usually use the 11 and a quarters for when I'm doing wrap and tuck. And then I probably, even when I'm band tying, I take another quarter inch off of that too. So somewhere around there, maybe. So about 11 inches.
Man, I am not shooting well today. I don't know what's happening today.
10 pounds. I think I go a much lighter draw than 10 pounds. I've never checked it. I don't have a luggage scale yet. That's one of those sling toys I need to get.
10 pounds.
But so far, I'm on point with this thing. I'm liking it. My glasses, I'm still getting a little blurred, but I ran out in the rain to grab this tripod right before we went live, too. I was sending you the Facebook link or the link on Messenger in the rain, running out to my shop.
I gotta figure out why I'm not. What am I doing today? I managed to hit 2 birds, but I can't hit a freaking spinner. I don't know what it is with me and freaking when I hunt, I can hit shit, but I don't want to hit a spinner for some reason.
You know, the other day I was down and right on my aim all day long. And then when I would try to correct for being down and right, I was overcorrecting, wildly overcorrecting. And I'm like, what am I doing wrong? I ended up changing my bands out and boom,
Yeah, that
perfect. I was right back on point. I'm like, what is going on? And it wasn't even that I changed bands out. I took them out of the clip, messed around with them, and put them back in.
look what Ethan said.
Well, I can shoot my short draw bands, long draw. You're shorty.
I'm 5'5".
Seriously.
Yeah, I'm 5'5".
I think I'm going to be amazed at actually meeting people at ECST.
Have you been in any of my lives where I've actually taken my hair down?
Oh yeah, yeah. You look like Jesus, boy.
Like it doesn't look like I have that much hair when it's up.
Right.
But I take that shit down, and you're like, where the fuck did all that hair come from?
Jose says he's 4 foot.
4 foot. You ain't that short, Jose. There's no way, because I met you.
We
I
know
know
you're
you weren't.
4'1". Quit lying.
4 foot. There we go. Just took a minute. Hopefully that was getting back on target.
I'll be right back.
Oh, that was I hate when I push like that. Yeah, I've got a. Yeah, see, here's mine, Coin. This is my little.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Basically the same thing. Yeah. Let me see the lens on the. Okay, now I've got 3 on the front. Oh yeah, no, that's exactly pretty much the same design. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the back.
Yeah. Not bad. Is that you? Oh, see, yours charges USB. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's just a crappy battery that I have to go find specially.
Oh yeah.
One of those CR23s. It's not a button battery, but it's the short little. I call them the. Well, it used to be the old garage door remote batteries, but
No, you're not, Cap. Freaking Tim. I wonder what he was referring to particularly.
probably his size still.
Maybe. That's the only thing is the chat takes such a minute to catch up that you like if you start talking too much, you'll lose what they were saying in the chat with it gets lost in translation.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll ask questions and then not even ever hear the response because I so ADHD and on to the next topic.
I've been there, done that. No one needs a rangefinder for slingshots.
Yeah, Tim told me I was cheating. Yeah. I think he called me a pee hole or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, pee hole.
Yeah, Tim, I'm gonna strap that rangefinder onto my sling and then add a laser dot with it, and probably put a stock or an arm brace on there. It's gonna be tournament ready. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't know. Several people used my rangefinder last year at the tournament. I loaned it to several people last year.
Yeah, I'm curious. Like, I wonder if it'll screw with me if I'm gonna overthink it if I start like trying to get ranges on things. You know?
Oh yeah, don't do. I use it mostly when because I tried that at first and it fucked me all up. So what I ended up having to do is I use it when I'm setting up my catch box and if I'm shooting from a certain distance,
Right.
or if I'm shooting at something and I just happen to want to know how far away it is.
Yeah. Now, so what I did on my own home range, I set up, I've got my 10 meters set up, and then I have some cans set up on a 20-meter mark. And then I've got a 30-meter can stuck on a tree and a cowbell about 30 meters out. And then at 40 meters out, I have a big jug on a stick. And like that gives me the ability to gauge. So when I like am looking at something else, I can kind of guess, okay, at home it's that far to that. So I'm guessing this is about this far.
Right.
So I'm getting a pretty decent grasp on distance already, but I was just curious, and especially for like when I'm just stomping around on a walk or something and I want to shoot some clay at something. It's kind of nice to know how far it is.
I go around. What I usually do if I go for a walk like that, um, I have
What's this?
permission. We have what's called the Leadership Center here in town. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like an event center. And they have like a hotel. It's an event center. And they do all kinds of stuff with like the FFA and all kinds of stuff like that. But they own like something like 48 acres or something. And basically, what I get to do is I have permission from the owners that I get to go patrol that land and I can take any rabbits or squirrels or doves that I want for simple pest control.
Right on. Yeah, I don't do any hunting, so for me, it's just like I see a can laying in the
I do
side of the
that too.
bank of the river, and ooh, I'm gonna plink on that a little.
And I do that, and I have a lot of fun doing that. I go around the parks. I've had the Aurora Police come up and ask me. They're like, "Hey, what you doing?" And I'll show them. I'll be walking around the. I actually walked one of the cops up to the side of the creek bank, and there was a can that I was just blowing holes in, sitting there, and he's like, "Well, what were you shooting at?" He's like, "I'm just asking. You're just out with a sling." He's like, "I just want to know." I'm
Right.
like, "Yeah, I'm just shooting cans and stuff, trash that I find, people's cups and stuff that they leave."
My own car
And I walked
window.
him over there. He could see the hole. He could see the little holes in the can.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And he's like, "Can you really hit that from here?" I'm like,
He's probably
yeah,
thinking back to his wrist rocket days, you know?
yeah.
Yeah, how the hell are you doing that? Yeah, man. You should have told him you were shooting out your own car windows.
I, I did actually explain that to him. I was like, "I've shot out my car window." He's like, "That's not good." I was like, "No, it cost me $300."
Right? Yeah, Tim. Thanks to make sure you'll make fun of me if you see me with my rangefinder. You do that.
Make sure to make fun of him in the videos. What's up,
Yeah.
Zach? I'm gonna hang up a. I like these little cans. These are fun
Oh yeah.
because they're only 7.5 ounce cans.
Mm-hmm.
I've yet to approached by anyone, thankfully. That's lucky,
Zach, what is
especially for
up?
California. Like, that's really surprising. Like, no offense, but I had to do as a Hollywood Marine, dude. I had to go to California to freaking do boot camp and all that shit. I hate California. I just do. I hate California. And then when I left, I had to go to LAX to leave and all that shit. Dude, I've never seen that many weird fucking, like, I'm a weird person. I am. I'm weird. But holy shit, LAX. Like, that's a lot of weird people in one area. I was like, I'm pretty sure I saw at least 4 different furries while I was at the airport.
All right. You hit up the convention, huh?
I'm like, I'm at an airport. What the fuck? I know, right, for California, it's such a that, and that's awesome, Jose. Like, you know, I know they ain't that. California's not very chill on their gun laws. I know that. We I live in Nebraska. We have constitutional carry here.
Yeah, I live in Indiana, and I mean,
Oh,
not to
you're
get
screwed.
all political, but I'm not a fan of the constitutional carry, man. There was a story a while back where some dude shot at a guy for shoplifting in a car driving away. He ran out shooting at him.
But that doesn't have to do with the Constitution. That's just an idiot being an idiot.
Yeah, well, this idiot
That's
was
again, you're
apparently
blaming the
military
tool.
trained.
You're
The
blaming
problem
a
with this
tool.
idiot was he was military trained. What scares me is there are too many trigger happy people out there now with the ability to just pick one up and carry it without having to do any
Well,
work whatsoever.
but everybody wants to get all these gun laws in place, and the fact that the people that break the law with guns aren't the that
Right.
doesn't adding more gun laws doesn't do anything for those people. They're breaking the laws anyway.
Oh yeah, I hear you. It's just the ability for
So all
people to
that's doing
throw it in
is
their hip.
that, but there's no reason to, why are we making it difficult for law-abiding citizens to get guns? Why are
It's
we
not
doing that?
difficult.
For
That's the
what?
thing. I when I lived in Indiana, I had my carry permit, and all I had to do was go in and apply. But that keeps the gun happy 19-year-old idiot who thinks shooting a gun doesn't really have consequences from just
Oh yeah. Well,
grabbing
here in
one and
Nebraska,
sticking
you
it in
have
his
to be
waist.
21. You have to be
Well,
21.
right. I'm sorry, 21. But still, you, the, I've been in conversation with guys who think, yeah, I'd shoot a guy for doing this, and I'm like, I'm sorry, it's worth a life for that. That's the problem. Like, I think
Dude,
people don't
I'm on that
understand. You
page
pull
where,
it
dude,
to
if
use it.
somebody broke into my house and hurt my dog, I would take their life.
Well, absolutely. Like that's. I'm sorry, that's my family, and I'm going to protect my family. But I'm also not going to kill a guy if he's trying to steal my TV. All right.
See, Nebraska's like that. Nebraska's like that. Like if somebody's breaking in and stealing my car, I'm not allowed to shoot that person because they think that person's life is worth more than my car. I personally don't think a criminal's life is worth more than my car. But that's my personal opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. I.
I'm from Pennsylvania, where I grew up. We have a castle doctrine, basically, where if you come in my house, I can shoot you as long as I don't shoot you in the back,
Right.
because
Right.
you came in somewhere where you were unwanted. Gun training should be part of school. I'm with you there, Tim. Like everybody should know how to handle a gun. Like I have loaded guns in my house, and you don't come in my house and touch my shit. I'll beat your ass.
Right. Yeah. No.
You'll be
This.
lucky if I don't pick up one of those guns and pistol whip you with it.
Yeah.
Because
It
I
would be
always keep
good.
one in the chamber, and I don't want somebody just randomly picking that up and blowing a hole in my wall either.
Right. No, I honestly believe in training, and I think that should be mandatory for anybody that wants to own a gun.
Gun safety is
Like,
important.
yeah, yeah, and it's not just gun safety; it's understanding the consequences of a gun.
Well,
We had some dudes shooting at each other in a car. It was two brothers in two different gangs, and they did drive-bys on each other. They were driving down one of our main streets, shooting the cars at each other. They did hit one kid and kill him, and the other car was quoted. One of the guys was quoted saying, "Oh, we were just shooting at him. We didn't think we'd kill anybody." I'm like,
well,
"What
that
the
doesn't make
hell do
any
you need the
sense.
guns for?
Well,
Not
I
a
mean,
video
guns
game,
can be
people."
for all kinds of different reasons.
What's
That's the
that?
thing. Guns are for different. There are different guns for different reasons.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like a handgun is more used for concealed carry or home protection. You've
Mhm.
got rifles that are for hunting. You've got rifles that are for war. You've got rifles that are for just plain target shooting.
Right.
Same with handgun. It's a tool. You know, you can't you can't blame a tool for an individual's bad judgment.
No, I never blame the tool. Like I said, I'm a shooter myself. However, I don't think it needs to be so easy for anybody and everybody to get one. And if you want one, get a license to have one. I mean, we have to have a license to drive a car.
Well,
We have to have a license to fish. All right. We have to have a license to hunt.
but
We have to have a license to do
if you
anything.
respect our Constitution, you know that those things are all against our Constitution too. Licenses for anything is against our Constitution.
Yeah. Well, in my opinion, it's time to update some of that. But I understand
So
having our freedoms too. I don't want to see that taken away. But again, I think if you're a gun collector and you're a gun enthusiast, why not? I'm a drone enthusiast. I have to follow rules and follow these things and sign up and get licenses to fly. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like,
it is.
and suddenly this tool that has been used nefariously way too many times in this world, especially in the
I
United
think our world
States.
is, I think our government and our state government, our federal government alike, they all want too much control. And that's just my personal opinion.
Right. No, I can see that point of view. I really can. But I just look at the lives lost and the data that shows other countries that have stricter rules have a lot less lives lost in guns.
But you know, if you keep the problem with that is if you keep letting them add more and more laws, more rules, and it keeps going and it keeps going, eventually all
It's
they're
the
going to do is
slippery
want to take
slope.
them all away.
It's the slippery slope. I get it, but they're already taking everything away, man. That's the whole
So,
thing.
well, and that's, in my opinion, it's about time for a revolution, and that's just my opinion. Not
I hear
everybody
you.
agrees with said opinion, and that's okay.
Hey, I hear you. I get where you're coming from, and I can't argue with that. I believe in our system, but I
I don't.
believe that our system is broken at the same time.
Our system isn't
So,
broken. That's the problem. People think that the system is broken. The system's not broken. The system's working exactly the way it was designed to work.
you got a point there too. The 5% system is working just fine for them. Yes.
Agreed, Tim. It does not mean our rights should be taken. What sling am I shooting? I've got Tim's Falcon today, Zach. So, oh, it's just a fun little conversation, Leon. We ain't.
Can we go back to sling? Yeah, let's go back to slingshots. Yeah, everybody. I think most of the slingers around here know that I swing a little differently than most people, but when it comes to politics,
That's okay.
yeah. But
That's
you know
okay.
what I like is we
I
all
don't
have
expect
one
anyone
thing
to
in
think
common,
exactly the way that I do.
right? And
Even about
we have many
slingshots.
things in common, right?
That's
So,
right. I don't expect anyone, how many of us are OTT versus TTF?
yeah, but
And,
they're doing it
how
wrong,
many of
man.
us are short versus long draw? I
But
mean,
they're
look
doing
at
it
it.
wrong.
It
They're doing it wrong. I'm just telling
they're
you.
doing I mean, it's no different than in any other subject. And I can talk about any subject. I don't
Sure.
care.
Sure. No, I love a good
Shoot, if Hoggy
discussion.
was here, we could talk about the what does he say? The pygmies in New Guinea?
Yes, Zach, this is the saga made by Andre. I thought this was a Smo copy, but no, it's made by Andre. I bought this from Smo on his fire sale during his little fire sale live. If anybody caught that, yeah, dude, this is shooting amazing. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been hitting. I had when I first
And
went
I'm
and
missing like
re-upped on
hell
my
today.
ammo, I was doing some missing.
Rob sounds like a lunatic, and somehow I agree with him more than I agree with Coy. Smo,
Smo, you
in
just
all
like
fairness,
seeing the debates.
I signed my
I
life
know.
away
Smo
to
is
the
always
Marine
around
Corps.
when there's a debate. I want you to know this. Smo has been around for the 8mm versus 9mm. Smo's around for no tubes. Smo's always in it when it
I've
goes
got
down.
8mm right here.
I love it, bro. He says, "Yeah." Shall we talk WSA and regulations and standardization now, or what?
Sure. I say we throw it all out the window and make up our own fucking rules.
I don't know, man. That's ridiculous. We've got a standard. It's already there.
We
Why
don't have a standard.
reinvent the
China has a
wheel?
standard. Fuck China.
Why reinvent the wheel, man?
I mean, America's taken everything else and did it their own way. Look at French fries. Smoke.
Yeah,
I say
I
we
mean,
just throw all the rules out the window and slingshot anarchy.
if America had their way, man, we wouldn't even call it slingshotting anymore. Or wait, no, we already did that. Catapults to slingshots. Was that our fault? Did we do that? It's like football and soccer.
Okay, whatever. Italy too, whatever. I'm not Italian. I'm Irish.
WSA is Italy. Good point, man. That's maybe that'll slow the roll on the.
So, okay, well then what makes us want to choose Italy as over China's then? What's the difference? Who cares?
Well, that concerns me if people are okay with it being Italy and not China. But anyway, no, I do think I like to use basketball as an example when it comes to standardization because you think about it, we play half court, we play pig in our backyard, we play with small little balls that we buy from Pizza Hut during the Final Four. I mean, basketball, there are so many 1-on-1, 2-on-2. There are so many different ways to play basketball. But when somebody goes to the NBA, they know how tall that basket is, how high, how wide, what ball they're using, how many team members, and they know the rules.
Right.
All right,
and,
why wouldn't we do the same? And I love
my
the
personal
idea.
opinion on sports in general. That sports in general is just bread and circus for the masses. It's the Roman Coliseum. That's what sports are.
Right.
It's just entertainment.
Oh yeah.
Like
just adopt the regs that exist for the sport, and then we'll do whatever you want to do in your yard. Exactly. That's the thing. And even during tournaments, man, I would love to see a tournament.
And if they did that, I probably just wouldn't go to tournaments. I mean,
yeah, but think about it, man. Rob, if you were able to go to a tournament in your own area, right, in your own state, shoot your tournament, and then also do a woods course and a speed shoot and whatnot. But then you can take the score you got on the knockdowns and whatever other, events happen, and we can look at those and be like, oh, check it out. Rob scored better than I did over here at the Indiana tournament. Then I would know you're a better shooter than me when it comes to knockdowns, when it comes to certain things. Now, the woods course, sure, that's always going to be I think that's out there for fun, right?
Right, and that's where I don't care about that stuff because I don't care if I'm a better shooter than someone. I don't, but that's just me. Sure, I don't care. I shoot for fun and I like to hunt and.
Right. There are people that care, but that's also how
there are people that care about that stuff. They want it to be like a national thing. I don't. I don't care for that. I just want to shoot slingshots for fun. I don't want it to be Olympics, I don't want it to be a big thing because slingshots are already expensive. If this shit goes mainstream, imagine how much slingshots are going to be then.
I think you're wrong. How much ammo is going to be? It'll go the other way.
How much latex is going to be?
Well, I think it'll go the other way. I think other people. I mean, as Smo would say, he's a capitalist, and he believes people will come out.
I don't like capitalism, so
right. Am I right? Is that what you say, Smo? You're a capitalist? Is that how that goes? You believe
when I think of capitalism, I think of a guy that literally goes up to a guy sitting. You ever seen that comic where the guy's sitting under a tree just enjoying the shade, and it says "capitalism in a nutshell"? And the guy goes over, he cuts down the tree, turns it into a bunch of boards, and creates like a pergola to create shade, and has a little like lemonade stand, and he's charging people to sit in the shade when that guy was sitting under the tree for free.
I get that issue. However, if you think about just going back to the price of slingshots, there's always going to be the Smo hanging out in his garage making slings. And Smo's going to charge me a fair price, right? Even if our other slings from other makers keep going up and up and up, there will always be the people who say, I can make a Y out of a stick, and then I can sell that for a lot cheaper than what I'm seeing this big time seller selling these slings for, right? So
I mean,
in that case, capitalism does win because I'm going to give my money to the person I want to give it to, whether it be because it's cheap or because it's quality, I will make my decision where I put my money. And I think slingshots would go down in price, honestly, because there would be too
well,
much
and the problem with
competition.
that, Smo, is there's always shade because there's always trees. This planet gives us everything we need to survive. Planet Earth gives us all of those things. We don't need any of the man-made stuff. We just want it because it gives us, what's that word? What's the word I want?
I'm waiting. I don't know. You tell me.
I'm trying to think. It makes life easier. It's, those inventions and things make life easier, but if you go back, you can do
Convenience.
everything that you need to do to survive as a human being. You can do the same way our ancestors did. We don't because technology has advanced. Granted, I understand that. I'm just saying it is possible, and all those things aren't necessary.
Well, Rob, I'm just gonna say you've now lost the favor of Smo, and he's on my side on this one. So.
That's okay. And I don't go one way or the other. I just have my opinion, and that's it. And I'm okay with that. Not everybody agrees with me, and
well, that's
and
again.
that's okay.
I'm gonna repeat. We don't need to have the same opinion. In fact,
No,
I would
not at
rather
all.
have a discussion on why you believe what you
Absolutely.
believe. I enjoy that. I want to know why you believe the things you do, and then discuss that with you, because that to me is edification of the mind. If you can have a conversation with somebody who doesn't think like you and think through the process of why you guys believe what you believe, both of you are going to walk away understanding more about the idea and concept. And maybe you'll walk away believing even stronger in what you believe, or maybe you'll walk away going, you know what? I never looked at it like that. And I think that's okay.
And I'd be okay if we all owned guns, Smo. I know that some people wouldn't be, but I would be. If everybody owned a gun, you'd probably see a lot more things happen, but there would be also crime would go up in some areas and it would drop in others because of the fact, just like in Texas, there's less crime around a lot of people in Texas because a lot of people in Texas all have guns. I mean, there's pros and cons to absolutely everything.
I think there's less crime in Texas because they all eat steak and they're just a happier bunch of people.
Well, that and everything's bigger in Texas, so that means
That's right. That's right.
that means big old titties. And I don't care if you're male or female, everybody loves big old titties. Dude, I've met gay guys that like big titties.
Now you got me missing. I'm distracted, mentally distracted. Thanks, Rob.
Mentally distracted. Want to own some nice knives so that I can own some nice slingy things.
Do some trading there,
Oh,
Bushman. Good
I
idea.
was gonna say we could always get some trading going.
Man, you did distract me. I was on point. Now I can't hit.
Yeah, see, I'm hitting now. The little debate. I love a good, healthy debate. I do. I love a healthy debate, especially when it's
Absolutely.
healthy, when you can have an adult debate where two people can, and at the end of the conversation, you can still agree to disagree.
Absolutely. Yes.
No harm, no foul.
Right. I mean, you'll still be wrong, but I
Well,
like it.
I don't agree with that either. I'm going to say that you'd be wrong, but that's just me. But that's because you're coin and you're usually just wrong.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I mean, I think all the latex fumes have gone to your brain.
You know, it's hilarious. This sniffing thing. You wouldn't believe how many people make a comment about how something smells on their video. And I every time I hear somebody say that, I'm
The
like,
flavor of the crayons are in the
and
eye
they
of the
call me
beholder.
the sniffer.
Hey, as a crayon eater, I must say that the red ones taste the best because they taste like the blood of your enemies.
Ah, just remember though, eat the green ones because they're good for you. Because it's green.
Coffee, meat, and beer. I can agree with all of those things except capitalism, Smo. So we're only a small step away, and I have no problem disagreeing with people or having a disagreement with people because I think I personally believe that it takes all kinds to make this world go round.
It's funny, Smo. I argued the capitalist point of view today, but I think if we got deep into it, you would find that I'm not a capitalist.
I'm an anarchist.
There we go. There we go. I'll take that.
I actually I grew up. I don't know if most people probably don't remember this, but I actually had the hard copy of the Anarchist Cookbook.
Oh, I had it. I had it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You remember?
absolutely. Yeah, I remember when a friend of mine, he was about 3 years older than me. We were on a vacation with his parents and my parents, and he walked into a bookstore and he looked around for a while. Then he walked up to the counter and he asked for it, and they had to go get it from behind the counter. And they
Yeah.
gave it to him, and he bought it. And I remember sitting reading that book with him, being like, "This is the coolest thing I've ever read in my life." And
That's how everybody learned how to make napalm.
oh yeah, Vaseline and gasoline, babe. Yep. There, I made smoke bombs with one of those recipes too. The
Oh
the
yeah.
Epsom salt and sugar smoke
Yep.
bomb. Yep.
And then they used to have the how to take apart the parking meters.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I still, to this day, I want to find. They talked about hacking the system with vending machines in that book, and it was
Yes.
like a really small section. And he said more information can be found on this and "Fuck the System," the pamphlet known as "Fuck the System" or something like that. And I never found that pamphlet. I wanted it
That's okay.
so bad.
Well, if anybody wants to know, I'm not gonna say that on a live. Never mind. If you get a lead pipe with two end caps,
Right, right.
you get some black powder, some magnesium.
And just I was a little pyro as a kid. I used to just do the black powder and duct tape and black electrical tape and just wrap it up and put a
Oh
wick
yeah.
in it and little cherry bombs. They were fun.
Why did that make me think of Joe Dirt for some reason? You said that, and all I think of is the scene where he's talking about. Well, there you go. If somebody sticks an M80 up a bullfrog's ass, you can fix it.
I posted a short a while back. This dude runs up to a little glass bottle or something, lights a firework, and then drops the lighter into the bottle and runs away off screen. And then you hear a kaboom and and then it ends. And it just made me laugh so hard because I don't know
Oh,
how I had not done that myself. Like get confused and drop the wrong thing and hold on to the wrong thing. Like, come on.
I lit an M80 once. Tossed it. I was at a family reunion. I was probably like 12. And I was at a family reunion, and one of the drunk uncles fucking came over and hands me a lighter and an M80. So I light that bitch and I threw it. And this little chipmunk walked over to the fucking M80 and started sniffing it, and the shit exploded. Oh my god, there was chunks of chipmunk all over the freaking side of the. Oh, it was a mess. I couldn't believe it.
That's crazy.
I was like, this animals around me, they're stupid. I don't know why. You're pros.
I see a lot of videos around the fourth where the dog goes and grabs the fountain that somebody lit or the Roman candle that's stuck in the ground and then
Oh
runs
yeah.
around with it and everybody's running away because yeah, that's
Throw
always
the
fun.
pin and drop the grenade. Yeah, that's no good.
Right, exactly, Matt. Exactly. So I just got the low battery warning on my phone. I was going to
All
use my
right.
laptop to go live, so I didn't have my phone charged up.
Oh yeah, no worries. You could have done that either way. I mean, it's up to you, brother. I,
Well, the laptop
I
I
would have
can't
went
use to
after
do
you, and
co-live.
but yeah, collabs are always fun.
Yeah, man. As soon as you said something, I was like, hell, why not? Let's do it. Then I'll have somebody to talk to and shoot with, or I would have done a 3-minute live.
Right. I love that you started missing and I started hitting.
Oh no, I'm hitting again. I'm hitting again.
Well, yeah, that's because you're no longer distracted.
Don't use it against me.
Just put something distracting like when Coin goes to the tournament, all you have to do is just shake bags of latex behind him and distract him while he's shooting. He'll be like, he'll smell it behind him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the pressure gets to me. I think honestly, if you guys try to distract me, I'm going to shoot better. To be honest.
Dude, honestly, that was one of my biggest problems, especially like Chuckin last year scored my Spanish knockdown, and I did horrible. Like I wasn't even shooting that long, and I mostly went because I wanted to hang out. And uh, my grandma actually lives like an hour from ECST,
Mm-hmm.
and my grandma has dementia, so I like
Okay.
to when I get out of when the tournament's finished, I like to leave there, and I just drive that less than an hour, and I stop and see my aunt, my grandma, because I grew
Nice.
up like an hour from ECST.
Nice. Nice. I spent some time just outside of Philly in Norristown, but and then when I lived in Norristown, I rode around in a van doing deliveries to a bunch of Acmes all over New Jersey, Pennsylvania. It was awesome. I loved that job. Loved getting out and around.
I got a buddy that he lives in Elizabeth, New Jersey. I couldn't, dude. I couldn't live in a city like that. I couldn't do it.
Oh, I loved it, man. Any hour I could just go sit down on my porch step and have somebody to talk to, something
Yeah,
to
no, I
do.
can't.
I loved it.
See, I lived in Bellevue and uh, here in Nebraska. So, and if you know anything about the Air Force bases, Offutt Air Force Base in Omaha or in Bellevue, Nebraska, is like where our Stratcom is. It's where that's where they take the president. Like if there's a because we're right in the center of the country, it's the it takes the longest to get here from anywhere. You know, so
Mhm.
that's where they hide the president is at Offutt Air Force Base. Um, but Bellevue cops are mostly their cops are all retired security forces. And fucking, you know anything about the damn military and the Air Force, fucking security forces are just a bunch of fucking douchebags. Like like they almost as bad as fucking the flight people. Like I hate fucking zippers. That's what we call them because their flight suits zip from the crotch to the neck. So we call them
Mm-hmm.
zippers.
Okay.
So, but uh, I lived there for the last couple of years, dude. I would go out. It'd be a nice summer night or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'd be outside in like basketball shorts and like a tank top or some shit, smoking a cigarette at like 1 a.m. on my stoop. And the cops would drive by and stop and get out. What are you doing? Fucking, what the fuck does it look like? Dude, one time I
Yeah.
had a cop, you know how like that you if you're not doing anything and a cop asks you for your ID, you don't have to give it to him,
Right.
right? I had a cop ask me for my ID at 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm in basketball shorts and no shirt, sitting on my stoop, just smoking a cigarette. Comes up, what are you doing? Do you have your ID? I'm like, no, it's inside. He's like, you want to go get it? I'm like, sure. I walked inside and closed the door and never opened it back up.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Like, why are
Don't
you
waste my
bothering
time,
me?
bro.
I wasn't doing. I could understand if I was walking around or, dude. And the worst part is, the police station was literally at the end of the block. So like,
Right.
you were just coming around. Like, I live next door to the police station. What the fuck do you think I'm doing?
He was stalling before he just needed 5 more minutes before he could pull back into the shop
Right.
to go home. Yeah, Ace, Jose, man. I'm kind of curious how you ended up in Philly by accident. That's funny. Matt, dude, Pittsburgh is a nice city. I really like Pittsburgh too.
Pittsburgh's
I remember
nice.
we
We used
did
to go
our
up there and walk around at night.
yeah. Pittsburgh's awesome, man. We've got the Frank
There's
Lloyd
some bad
Wright
parts of
waterfall
Pittsburgh,
houses
though.
out there. It's cool.
I've gone through Pittsburgh at night a couple of times, walking around at night and stuff, in my later teen years and stuff, in early 20s. And you run into some sketchy people out there, 2, 3 in the morning.
Sure. Well, about anywhere. That's nothing good happens after midnight, is what I was told. Matt, I've got 2 flavors that I've been addicted to recently when it comes to latex. The first one, 0.4 Sniper Sling. This is a standard in my book, must-have standard. And the second is like it. It is 0.45 Omega White.
Woo! That's what
And
I'm
it's
shooting.
they're comparable. They're definitely different, but they're comparable, and both of them have given me great results. So I'm happy. I think I've only broke one set of the 0.45 so far, and
Oh,
I
not
shoot
me.
a lot of shots. So I'm pretty amazed at how well it's lasting on these things. Maybe
They
I'm not
do
shooting
last,
as
though.
much as I think. What's that?
I said they do last. This 0.45, it lasts. But it's just, I had to run up in with it being white and I have the 0.45 and the 5.
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget which one's on. Well, and I went to take a rabbit with the 0.45, and it didn't get it. I had to hurry up and run up and finish him off with the knife. Because I forgot that it was 4.5 and not 5.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, granted, at least I did my due diligence and went up there and, that as a responsible dispatcher, you have to do things like that. That's just the way of the draw sometimes.
I hear you. I hear you.
I've had it once or twice where it would have been a perfect headshot and they've urged forward and it's got them in the neck. And that's still a perfectly valid kill shot.
Right. Jose, you mentioned the cheese steak. I was going to tell you, if you wandered Philly, I hope you had a cheesesteak, because I don't care what anybody tells you. There's nothing like a cheesesteak out of Philly. Now, there are 2 cheesesteak shops side by side, and Geno's and is it Enzo's? I think I was a Geno's guy. However, neither one of those have good cheesesteaks. I'm just going to be honest right now. A real cheesesteak, dude, is a cheesesteak from a pizza shop in a hole in the wall in the ghetto where you're afraid to go in, and there's 2 Italian dudes standing behind the counter. You're going to eat the best
with a
Philly
greasy
cheesesteak you
t-shirt
ever
on.
had. Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. Those were the best. I would go to La Roma's in Norristown, and he was called originally the Pizza King. And it turns out they were the Pizza King because anybody that had a pizza shop in that neighborhood had gotten a loan to start the pizza shop from him. And he collected those loans. So
yes, he did.
we'll call it slightly legitimized mafia was my guess, but it was
we can call it
that.
that.
Great. Those guys were great. They were pretty cool, and they made a fire cheesesteak. And to this day, I mean, I can satisfy a craving, but I still can't get the cheesesteak I'm looking for unless I go back to Philly.
Yeah. We so like in Pennsylvania, we always have I've never seen them called this anywhere else, but they used to make these like little mini subs and we called them hoagies,
Hoagies, oh yeah, 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 yeah.
you know. And I don't see them anywhere, but they're always the best places to eat are like I love when you go into a place and everything's painted that like pale blue color and they got that the old school menu board with the letters that stick in between
Oh
the
yeah,
lines.
oh yeah.
If it's got that kind of a menu, I can guarantee you're probably gonna love their food. And it always looks like the place is run down, you
Yeah,
know,
hasn't been cleaned in years. Right, right.
and
Yeah,
you're like, I shouldn't eat here. Yes, you should.
yeah. Well, hey guys, I do have to cut this short. I'm on like if it
Yeah,
cuts
mine's
off,
probably
I
running
wouldn't be
down too.
surprised.
Yeah, I'm at like 23%.
Yep. All right, man. This has been fun. It's been real. Seriously, once again, just want to
Yeah,
say
thanks
thank
for
you
the
to the
stimulating
Slingshot community.
conversation.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It was great to see you again. Glad you're out shooting, still
Right,
at it.
Brian?
So,
I've
all
got
right.
I've got another interview tomorrow and I've got a third one on Friday, so
Right on. Good luck with that. All involving your CNA or no?
yeah, they all CNA medication aid,
Nice. Nice. Now
so
you're
I think
at
one of them.
medication aid. Have you gotten your CNA yet?
Yeah, I have them both.
Oh, good,
I've
good.
gotten them
Okay.
both. I took last Thursday. I went and did my CNA test. Cost me $60. Took the test. I got an 86 on the written portion, and then I passed all 6 of my competencies. So
Nice. Nice.
I got that
So
already.
my job, I work at a retirement facility that also has nursing home on a campus. It's a giant campus. There's 1,000 beds is what we
Oh,
say.
okay.
And I do all the IT work out there for the residents. So anybody that has internet, I hook it up, sell it, install it, and then tell them how to fix their printer when they call in, or if they're getting
Yeah.
scammed, or how to use their Gmail. So quite frankly, it's a gravy job, and I sit
Right.
back and I play hero all day. I wear a cape at work. It's great. Everybody
That's
loves
right.
me.
And
Everybody
you do,
knows
and
me.
I do that with a lot of my residents. When I did that, I specialized in memory care, so in
Ah, yeah,
Alzheimer's and dementia.
yeah,
That's what I specialized in, and I usually like running the med cart. That's what I like that side of things better. I can still do CNA stuff while I'm on the med cart, just not as much because you're passing medications.
sure,
I've got to stay. I've got to keep the key because I've got all the narcotics and everything.
yeah,
So, and it's a lot of extra responsibility, but um, it makes it makes for a routine type of day because
yeah.
you're constantly, hey, I need this medicine at this time, and this resident needs this medicine at this
Oh yeah,
time, and then at lunchtime we do this, and and
that's cool.
it's kind
That's
of
cool.
that. So
Yeah, so I was just saying I'm pretty familiar with all that, and I did pre-nursing in college for a little while, and then dropped out because I just chemistry and I didn't get along, and
that's my problem. I wanna go further, but I hate chemistry. I really do.
yeah, yeah,
It's
I
not.
could figure
It's
it out,
hard, but
but
it's just like it's so much memorization.
yeah, 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 that's that sort of stuff. But anyway, like I could figure it out. I just kept getting C's and B's in the class, and in the
And
college
that's
I
not
was going
satisfactory
to.
to you.
Right. Well, in the college I was going to too, it was super competitive because they only had so many spaces they could fill. So like I was being told straight A's, but that was people psyching everybody out. And eventually I just kind of fell into the job I do now anyway. I was helping a friend of mine who started his own business doing internet. And so I'd help him on the weekends and crap. And then naturally just joined him and started working for him, and then was like, why am I going to college? This is what I got.
Yeah.
So I have enough credits. If I wanted to, I could probably just round up a bachelor degree on something pretty easily, or an associate's at least. But I've just
Yeah,
never
I could probably do something like
focused
that.
into one actual degree, which is pathetic. But anyway,
Because I
I'll let you guys
actually,
go,
I
man. This was a lot of
so
fun. Tim, thanks for sticking around and listening. All of you other guys, dude, love it. Appreciate it. Chad, awesome shooting the other day. I loved your redemption shot. I know I said this to you on your YouTube, but shooting that toy, man, miss. You were like, dang it. You went and set it right back up. You walked back, and then boom, first shot. Like, to me, that counts. That was awesome, dude. Good shooting. Gavin,
Yep,
good
I
to
think
see you
that's what I might
guys.
do tomorrow. I need to do my Kinder Toy Challenge. I bought one, and then my roommate took the toy.
I haven't even
So,
bought one yet, so I got to do it. It
yep,
looks like a fun challenge. So
it sure does. So, all right, everybody, have a good night, and Ghosts and Ghouls, have a good evening.
right, take care, guys. Peace. Smell y'all later.
Later.
Stay on target.